Hello and welcome to our place in Sicily. Today I'm going to try to fix a mirror. As I stated at the beginning, I'm going to try to fix this mirror. This is a piece that I purchased through a website called Catawiki. It came in multiple pieces, and I was refunded for this because it did come broken, but the glass is still mostly intact with a little bit of breakage here, which should be covered up by this. So I'm going to see if there's enough pieces here, and if I'm crazy enough to fix it all. I've got basically started figuring out where all these little tiny pieces go. I've got some Loctite, which is our version of the Italian version of super glue, and I also have a pair of tweezers because some of these pieces are very small. These are tweezers from my mosaic tools. And also from my mosaic tools is this really cool tool. This has got like a sticky, waxy kind of tip so that I can, I'm not going to use it so much to pick things up, but to sort of like be a finger when I'm trying to glue some of these very small pieces. They're very small on here. But we've got we've got some glass cleaner, we've got some Q-tips. I'm going to put this on fast forward and let's see if we can put this back together. What do you think? Thumbs up.
Now, you may be asking, if I was refunded for this, why would I even want to bother with this? One, because I like a good challenge, and two, because, I don't know, the mirror's a pretty shape, the mirror glass, and I don't know, if I can do it, then I have it. And then you might also be saying, Jen, you're spending so much time making the perfect palazzo. Why would you put up a broken mirror? Well, one, there'll be a lot of things in our house that have been repaired because we want some old things in with the new. Here, by the way, I'm taking out these little teeny tiny screws that are holding this on. Most of them have failed and just broken through the board, but some of them haven't. So I took them all out. We're going to clean this too. So if you remember, in our primary bedroom in the main house, there is a fresco of, I'm using scissors because I just can't get some of these parts off here. There's a fresco on the ceiling of Archimedes, and he's using a mirror to bounce off the sunlight to the ships to start fires in the siege of Syracuse. And myth or not, we thought we would have one whole wall covered with all sorts of mirrors. We've ordered a bunch of mirrors through this Catawiki place. Two of them came broken. The other one came very broken. It was a beautiful Venetian mirror and came in shattered. The glass was shattered. No fixing that. One that never shipped. And maybe if you've been interested in using Catawiki and you'd like me to tell you more about our experience, I'm prepared to put together a little video about that. We've had mostly good experiences, but some bad ones. Anyways, I think, this had some pretty good clean breaks, and some of the little small pieces are easy to figure out. We are not putting back in every single piece. At some point, I'll probably get a little bit of wood filler when I'm touching up some of the other gold frames we have so that I can gold leaf everything at once. I'm just using the Loctite here. I have to wait, 20 seconds between each thing I do. I managed to not stick my fingers together at all, which is a plus for me. Always a plus. And some of these little tiny places, I tried to use that little sticky tool, but it was hard. I'm going back in with that Loctite here and just letting it kind of seep into the crack from the backside. And I just used the little Q-tip to keep it smooth. And now we've got to figure out how to hold this on. So before the mirror was barely held into the wood frame with, I don't know if you saw the little metal pieces, little framer, I think are called framing points. But they weren't really there. And this is a resin composite frame and not a wood one. So it's not really a good piece for it. So I thought about it. I went and got some silicone. This is silicone you can use. It's good for non-porous items, but also works for porous items. I didn't want to get a great big one with the, like a caulk gun and stuff. So I got this little one. You punch a hole in it with the tube. You cut a little tip off the applicator, and then they gave you this little silver key, which, by the way, would be very useful for my toothpaste. And then slowly but surely, obviously all sped up, I'm basically just filling the gap between the open space between the mirror and the wood. I'm then going to actually glue the backing piece to this. Now, this is not how you should normally repair something, but let's just say if this glass breaks, there's no more saving this. It's time to just glue it all together and not make it repairable. I'm putting in some of the little screws where the holes haven't been fully eradicated, and I'm going to add a little bit of the Loctite on these to just sort of make everything one big cohesive thing. But overall, I think we did it. We got our mirror back, and it'll go on our wall in our bedroom with a bunch of other mirrors, and I can't wait till the day I can share that with you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Our Place in Sicily. We're just hanging out, getting stuff done while we wait for the roof. There will be another roof video coming soon. They were getting really close to a part that I wanted to film and include in the whole next step video, so that's coming soon. Until next time, if you like this, if you want to see more of us doing some damage repair on some of our items, just give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend. Until next week, ciao, ciao.